At this orphanage in India, parents anonymously give up their unwanted children. 9 out of every 10 babies here are girls. That's a sad fate for these children, but in a country where female foeticide is on the rise, they're lucky to be alive. Research indicates that 10 million unborn girls have been aborted in India in the past 2 decades. The resulting gender imbalance is already apparent. For every 100 male births in the country, only 90 daughters are born. It's a phenomenon common throughout southern and eastern Asia. India's daughters fall victim to the age-old tradition of a dowry, a bride price that poor families are often unable to pay.
Everyone wants to have a son. You hear that everywhere. My prosperity depends on having a son.
It's all right to have 2 daughters, but with a third, you might want to consider abortion.
According to Dr. Ritu Rati, the reason is that sons earn higher wages and can provide for their elderly parents, but daughters are considered worthless.
The demand for sex selection is enormous. Every family has to have a male child in their family.
The use of ultrasound technology has only compounded the problem. Parents often want to determine the sex of their child before birth, even though this practice is illegal in India. Many doctors relent to parental pressure, while others accept bribes. By law, abortions are legal in India, but not for reasons of the sex of the fetus.
I really feel by my heart that both are equal. They should not discriminate between a girl and a male child.
Dr. Rati collects empirical data on abortions for Indian authorities. In northern India, where she works, she tries to sit down and talk with women whenever possible. They describe experiences like this.
My daughter finally found a husband, but his family wanted a car as dowry, and we couldn't afford it. Dowry demands have risen. That's why poor people are killing their daughters. I've had 5 abortions. It's awful. My body has given up.
Does your husband support you?
My husband drinks. All he ever says is, I don't have a son. I had a daughter, then another, a third, fourth, fifth. But without a son, my heart is empty.
Gender balance is extreme in some of northern India's villages. For every 10 boys, there are only 4 girls. The Indian government has taken an initial step by launching information campaigns in schools, cities, and villages across the country. But Dr. Ritu Rati is certain that traditional ways of thinking will not change overnight.